everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rhonda Carnival-Leo, and I cannot believe that I got another opportunity to interview with Dr. Tony Hampton. I just feel so honored. But I have another question for you, Dr. Hampton.
Yes, ask away.
I'd like to know, what is the best way for people to know that they are in ketosis?
Yeah, ketosis is an opportunity for our body to burn fat as its primary fuel. You can get into ketosis by restricting your carbs to less than 20 or 30 grams a day, and some people even at 50. But you can also encourage your body to be in ketosis by simply eating a high-fat diet. And keep in mind that when you break down fat and turn it into fuel, it becomes basically ketones, right? So that's our fat fuel. Now, how do you know, right? There's different ways to figure this out and to measure. We have urine tests, we have blood tests, and we have breath tests. Now, the problem with the urine test is that when you are measuring urinary ketones, you're actually measuring the ketones that are a little dysfunctional, and it's not really as accurate. More importantly, when you are adopting a keto diet, you're going to spill a lot of ketones in the beginning when you're becoming keto or fat adaptive. However, when your body gets very good at measuring or utilizing those ketones, you'll find yourself actually spilling. You won't have to spill ketones as much because you're actually using it as fuel. So using the urine as a way to know you're in ketosis in the beginning is okay, but long term, many people who are in a keto community, carnivores, etc., will find that they don't spill as many. So urine testing is not that great. The breath test is also not that great because there's a lot of factors that affect the air you're breathing, and it just doesn't end up being as reliable. But the one that we recommend, and I'm at the symposium, or we're at the Symposium for Metabolic Health right now, and Keto Mojo is one of the companies that do a really good job of helping us measure ketones in our blood. So with that model, you can actually do really well by getting a more accurate measure. It's measuring beta-hydroxybutyrate primarily, which is a type of ketone, and that's probably what I would recommend for measuring ketones. Now, once you're understanding that concept, the other concept is, well, how do I know I'm at the level I need to be? And so the first thing you need to know is that it's really about the glucose and the ketones if you really want to do this well. And for people who are doing a fasting blood sugar, if you're in ketosis, you also want your blood glucose to be somewhere between maybe 70 and 90 or so. And by the way, 70 to 100 is normal, so you should be there anyway. Now, in terms of ketones, when you're measuring in the blood, anytime you're over 0.5 millimoles for your ketones, that's considered, okay, you're now in ketosis. But for therapeutic ketosis, like you're dealing with mental illness and stuff, you want to be between 1.5 and 3 millimoles for that. But then they have this index you can measure, and this glucose ketone index measure is another thing you can do. And I think what you do is you take your glucose, you divide it by 18, then you divide that by your ketone value, and you want that value to be less than 3 if you're using that index. So these are kind of things you can use. Now, most people don't have to do a lot of measurements, and they're just trying to get their carbs down, and they will be metabolically healthy. But if you're really trying to heal from certain conditions like mental illness, cancer, and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, you may want to make sure you're in ketosis to be effective. So that's kind of how I would frame it, and hopefully that adds value to your audience today, Rhonda.
Well, Dr. Hampton, thank you for the in-depth answer to my question. It was an honor and privilege to meet with you again. And I just want to thank you for all the great work that you do and for reaching out to the African American community, because I am all for that, and that's what my goal is as well.
All right.
Thank you again, Dr. Hampton.
Thank you, Rhonda. Appreciate you.